So we finally did it. The first day shooting The Outer Heavens, my first feature film. And yeah, it was fucking unbelievable. I feel amazing after it. I feel very free, I feel very floaty. My confidence is at an all-time high. Probably never been more creatively confident in my life, because what we did is we shot 30 minutes of footage on the day. We did like 30 scenes, I think. We just plowed through it because we have no money. The budget, so far what we spent on it is about €200. Everyone's doing everything for free. And in order to maximize people's time, you have to just plow through everything. So I kind of made up a rule where it's like 1 or 2 takes of every scene. I can't really go over that unless it's really shit. And luckily enough, none of it was really shit. Most of them are 1 take. So it was magnificent, and everything went better than it could have. Like, what I had vision in my head, it's about 200 times better than that. And that's because of the team we have. Like, man, Jesus, like, if you just get a good group of people that are all on the same wavelength, like, and that's very, very, very hard to do. Like, I'm on such the same wavelength as everyone that's working on the movie that I don't really have to explain stuff. They kind of already know what I'm thinking. I think they do anyway, and if they don't, it doesn't really matter, because they have enough of an idea to make it really unreal and probably better than some of the things I'd be thinking. So, like, I know I was talking about this before, but we wrote the movie. I think we only started writing the movie in April. And I've been probably writing it with Ryan High, my cousin Ryan High. We had been writing these 2 characters, Captain Lou and Pisshead, for about 2 years, around 2017-18. And we did a lot of writing, man. Just really, really writing a lot about the characters, writing different fucking films, different scenes and stuff. But we didn't use a lot of it. And that was the character development, the story I'd been developing probably 10 years, I'd say. Thinking of different scenes, thinking of different short films I might make, or different stories I wanted to tell, and I kind of merged them all together. And just before we were making this, I was writing a different feature film. But we have no money, like, and I wasn't waiting on these grants. Like, you go and try to get the grants from the Art Council, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So you're trying to get a bank loan. So I just was like, you know what, we could just make this movie for free, for no budget. And I thank God we're such good friends with Connor English as well, because he's director of photography, and man, like, you need like such a good director of photography. He's more than that even though as well. He's like a director too on the movie as well, because he just adds so much to it. He brings it to another level. He's just, and that's the same with Ryan, because Ryan did one scene on the day that I didn't even know, we didn't even write, right? But I said to him, come up with some cool story there to do in that scene and do it. Man, he came up with this, he's acting in it, right? So that's one of the characters. And I wasn't even there for the scene, right? Because I had to go. And that night I watched it, and it's like, it's my favourite scene in the whole movie. Just what he did with it is fucking amazing, and it brings the movie to this other level, and his character, and just makes you, it's just so beautiful. And that's why I love working with him, because it's just, and the same with Connor, they get what I'm thinking. I don't have to say anything, and like, I'm open to let them, like, I trust them so much I can allow them to fucking, because like, look, essentially I wrote the thing, right, and I'm directing it, but like, they created it with me, right? So I can just have total confidence in whatever the decisions they're making or want to add to it, and let them do that. And 100% of the time I'm always like, wow, whoa, and I always think it's fucking fantastic. But the thing is, we all think like that as well, like, and that we've worked on our mindset of that for years now, so we're very open, very fluid. Like, on the day a lot of things changed, we couldn't do a lot of things We cut scenes, we added scenes, we did them differently. So like we had a really good fucking structure of what we wanted to do, but we were so open and like open to the idea of changing things creatively on the go and trusting ourselves, because we've done a lot of this stuff before, that it was not a big issue. Like, we didn't let it never gets in the way of our morale or anything if something's not working or something won't work. We just let it become part of the film, and that's my favorite thing to do with. That's my favorite thing of it. We got the location made the film. We changed some things because of the location, because we're like, oh, look at this, the things we couldn't do on the day, we did something else that's made the film now again. And it's adding new depth to it, new fucking avenues we can explore with. So it's just fucking lovely. It's so good. And then loads of magical things happened on the day with the weather and certain like things that happened while we were shooting. These lovely nature was playing a good role in it as well, because we were open to it too. So yeah, it's probably one of the best days of my entire life. And you know, it's awesome as well that you don't think about, like, I don't really ever like asking people to help me with anything. I always feel like I'm putting them out, and if I don't pay them especially, I just think you're just a little fucking, I don't know, I feel like a real piece of shit or something. Take advantage of people. But man, it really shows some fucking people love being part of this stuff. Like, my cousin Gary and his wife Karen come out, and they really made like two of the scenes because of the campfire, and there's a camp, and they got it all going, man. And like, I think they loved it. Gary especially loved it because he came back out at night, and he made me feel better because he was so excited about it. Whereas you think you're putting people out, but then they're like, yeah, this is fucking unreal. And I'm like, yeah, it is unreal actually. Because it's really not really my own thing anymore. Like, everyone created it, right? That's why I'm big on saying, like, we all have our roles, like, of what we are in the movie, like writers, director. You can be like writer, director of the movie, but I'm always saying I'm going to put one piece in that says create by, and put the people in that help create the movie. Because I couldn't have created without Connor and Ryan, right? It just wouldn't really happen. And then the actors like Alison, my wife, I guess, fiance, her girlfriend. I'm too old to call her my girlfriend, but she played a role in it, and it's just amazing what happened when she started playing it. And then Cobb the dude, he played a role, man. His character is fucking hilarious in it. Even though I didn't know he's going to be that funny, but on the day then it became very funny and very strange as well. And you know, those people give up their time, just come out and fucking be part of it. And yeah, it's just some amazing thing now. And Emer Hannon was there, Saoirse was there helping Connor, huge help. That was like her first shoot to be on. Emer even did some behind the scenes footage that maybe I'll clip into this. Probably will clip into that. So that's from Emer. So thank you, Emer. Famous. She's a very famous vlogger at the moment. And she's actually in the movie then. She just jumped in the scene as well. No big deal. Everyone's just like, yeah, okay. Because it's a really comfortable environment that we created. Like, it's not, like, there's very few people on set. It's very, very fucking relaxed. Very open, very creative. Just fucking cool, really. I think that's everyone I mentioned. My uncle Kevin, then he got us to locations, man. It just fucking made the film. We went out to location. It was just like, fuck. Even so much so that we put more of things from the location in the film, went raw a bit more, add in, because location is fucking perfect. It's, oh my god. Like, when we saw the locations, we were like, okay, our confidence levels went up very high. So we have 2 more days shooting now, and the next day is with actors, Niamh and Dennis. Niamh, Ryan, Dennis, Hugh, Hawk, Dennis Hugh. I never actually said his second name. Sorry, Dennis. But Dennis Hugh, Dennis Hawk. But yeah, it's with the two actors now, and going to jam in a lot of stuff that they like. I've worked with them loads of times before. They're so great to work with, and they're so free and open as well. They enjoy that. Give them the freedom then to add their own bit to the movie too, and they're going to add a whole new element to it as well. So as good as it is now, I don't know what it's going to be like when we're finished that. And what I did was, like, the next day I came home and I edited up everything that we had so I could see what the movie looked like, because sometimes you don't get to see what it looked like. We were going to shoot back to back, but I didn't shoot back to back. Instead, shot one day, take a big break, next day. But what's beautiful about it is I edited it all up, and then it's like, oh my god, this is very different and very unique and exactly what I wanted to create. And then I also added more scenes then, because I wanted to add more depth to certain things, characters and stuff that I didn't, like, you wouldn't need to, but because it was so good, it's like, hey, we should add in this and we should add in that and bring this character back. And that's fucking amazing, man. So roll on day 2, and thank you, everyone. And yeah, it just makes you realize what a fucking great life I have to be able to do this. Really unreal.